You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken Tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone. We're here to sift through some really interesting tech developments and research you've shared. Our goal is simple. Cut through the noise, find what really matters. Okay, so let's unpack this collection. We've got some, well, pretty eye-opening stuff here. Daring hacks, performance oddities, and, the human side of tech. And here's where it gets really interesting right off the bat. iSecurity researchers. They actually managed to root Microsoft's Copilot Enterprise.
Yeah, quite something.
They did it by getting code execution inside a live Python sandbox. And the clever bit, they poisoned the pgrep command.
The process finder.
Exactly, to get root privileges inside that container. Now, okay, security measures did limit what they could do with that access.
Right, mitigations were in place.
And Microsoft, they patched it pretty quickly, moderate severity, but it really highlights something, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. It shows even these, super sophisticated AI tools aren't immune to fundamental OS-level tricks. We have to constantly rethink security. And that connects to broader trust and privacy issues. Like, look at the contrast with ByteDance's Trae IDE. It's a VSCode fork.
Okay.
Our sources show it uses way more resources, like up to 6 times the memory, more processes running.
Wow, 6 times.
Yeah. But the really concerning part, telemetry. It seems to send detailed system and usage data back to ByteDance servers.
Even if you turn telemetry off in the setting.
Exactly. Even when users explicitly disable it.
Yeah.
Which, leads to some practical advice we stumbled upon. If there's a website version, use the website, not the app.
Ah, makes sense. Less access needed, right?
Precisely. Apps often ask for, everything. Contacts, location, mic, even other apps you have installed. Websites just can't easily grab that stuff.
Right.
So it really makes you question how much control you actually have when you install an application.
That's a really good point. Something to think about. Okay, so pivoting a bit. From serious security stuff to something, almost comical but insightful. This story about a developer who intentionally made a Postgres database, wait for it, 42,000 times slower.
42,000. Seriously? How?
It sounds like performance art, but it was an experiment, you see. They documented how they did it, tweaking postgresql.com.
Ah, the config file. Okay.
Yeah. They disabled caching completely, maxed out background processes, messed up the wall efficiency, the write-ahead logging.
Yeah, critical for recovery.
Totally. And basically deleted indexes, forced single-threaded I/O, just threw every best practice out the window.
Wow. So it's like a masterclass in what not to do.
Exactly. It shows how much good defaults matter and how things cascade badly when you ignore core principles. It's kind of a brilliant way to understand optimization by looking at its opposite.
That's actually a fantastic way to learn. Break it on purpose to see how it works. And speaking of breaking things, or maybe high-stakes situations, let's talk about the human side.
Okay.
We came across the story of Prem Quanair. He was employee number 2 at a startup called Windsurf. He decided to jump ship to Cognition. They're the ones making Devin, the AI engineer tool. But here's the kicker. He did it knowing he'd lose a significant amount of vested shares at Windsurf.
Ouch. Why?
Because he had a time-sensitive offer from Google DeepMind hanging over him. It really paints a picture of the AI talent market right now.
Yeah, the speed and the stakes.
Totally. High stakes, rapid moves. And it also highlights those tricky situations around startup equity and making tough career calls. You wonder how often those gambles really pay off.
Absolutely. So as we kind of wrap up our exploration here, we've touched on the constant security battle, the absolute importance of user privacy, especially with apps, and seen these, sometimes surprising, sometimes funny ways we learn about performance and navigate these intense tech careers.
Right. And perhaps that leaves us with a final thought for you, the listener. Considering these different stories, the security risks, the privacy trade-offs, the career gambles, how might you approach your own choices differently now, whether it's the software you install or the career moves you consider? It's really about finding that balance, isn't it? Between convenience and actually controlling your digital life and your professional path. That makes you think about the power dynamics under the surface in tech.
Spoken Tech for your ears.